Robert. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Well, greetings from Toronto, Canada. We love you here.
I've yet to make it to Toronto, but I've heard nothing but lovely things about your city.
Well, you need to come once everything's open and official and you can travel without worry. So we'd be happy to host you here. Robert, congratulations. Listen, who doesn't love a Hallmark movie or series? I mean, what is the secret sauce to the success?
Who doesn't? They kind of remind me of John Hughes films in the sense that I loved John Hughes movies because they have substance and heart and they make you feel good. And I think Hallmark has really tapped into that, where I think viewers know I can tune in for 90 minutes and things might get a little dicey, but I'm going to have a happy resolution and the people I'm rooting for are going to be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think there's comfort in that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any stress. Like you might feel it a little bit, but you know it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that part of the reason why we re-binge watch our favorite shows? Is because we know how it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would like to binge watch with you. You've got the same idea that I have for sure. So welcome to Chesapeake Shores. How exciting. You're now going to be prominent, obviously, in season 5. We don't get to see your character until the 3rd episode, but we hear about him. It's building up. We learn about Evan. What can you tell us about Evan Kinkade for the fans to look out for?
Evan is a self-made, highly successful entrepreneur. And, he comes to Chesapeake Shores because he's looking to build a boutique hotel. Right. And he sort of lands on Chesapeake Shores. So he ends up hiring, mixed firm to oversee the construction of it, which is sort of what brings him into the O'Brien fold. Yeah.
So when you come on set for the very first day, here you are, a newcomer into this, tight-knit group. Any initiation happening there?
No, it was actually kind of the reverse of that. My first scene was, I don't know if you've seen episode 3, but the first time we see Evan, he's dangling from a rope on the side of a mountain.
Right.
Because he's rock climbing. So my first scene, I show up on set. I'm so nervous being the new guy. There's not a single cast member there. They strap me into a harness, dangle me off a rock, make me put a helmet on. And then I'm just talking into a camera by myself. So it was kind of like I was being shunned.
Yeah.
But it, trial by fire, it went okay. And then the rest of the season was a cakewalk.
Yeah. And your character, Everett, as you say, we see him dangling and he's an adventurous guy. Like, do you relate to that? Are you anything like that? Like you bungee jump, you do stuff like that?
Yes, I think I like to say I'm adventurous more than I'm really adventurous. Like I am a creature of comfort, but I do love Evan is very curious about life. And I think he's very excited about life. And that's what you kind of see in him is that he's just sort of a big kid who wants to try all the things, right. And he enjoys what he's doing. He's kind of present in the moment. So when you see him doing stuff, he's really centered and he's happy and he's just happy to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how this all develops. Now, you've got some great co-stars, obviously, in the series. Mm-hmm. Let's first start with Megan Ory. Tell me about working with her, and was it is it instant chemistry? Because you never know when you get on set with somebody and you meet a new co-star, right?
You're exactly right. You don't know. And especially me being the only new person on this season, I was very nervous about showing up, meeting the cast. And Megan was delightful. Yeah. You always hope it's going to go well because you're like, this is the person I'm going to have all my scenes with. Boy, I hope we mesh. And she couldn't have been sweeter. She's so naturally funny. We're both quite irreverent and don't take ourselves very seriously, which I think really benefited the work, because once we started doing the banter stuff, we just were playing, and so it was great. I can't say enough good about Megan.
Okay, now we need to talk about Treat Williams because you've worked with Treat before.
Oh, please no, not Treat. Kidding.
Sorry, I'm a big fan. Gotta ask you.
I love Treat.
Okay.
He's
when you're next to him, did you ever feel that you needed to break into a show tune from Hair?
I didn't, but that did not stop him from breaking into a show tune premiere. So Tree had played my dad on the Christmas House the year prior,
Yes.
and we really hit it off. And so when this came around, he was the one person I knew, he was like, this is a great group. You got to come. It's going to be fun. And I love that, man. I mean, he's a great example of he takes the work seriously, but he doesn't take himself seriously. So we have quite a bit of fun on set.
Yeah, it seems to me like it's just a really good team to work with on this show.
It is. I'm glad that comes across, because that was what I noticed was it's like we're shooting in a beautiful location with friendly people. It's like it's a very good situation.
Yeah, it's good to see. I'm happy for you. Okay, now we got to go back in time a little bit before I let you go. Of course, look, you have so many fans still from One Tree Hill. That was a huge success. You talk about people going back and binge watching shows, and of course, over the pandemic, people are maybe even just discovering that series with, going back and finding it. But it still has such a loyal fan base. They still meet, what is that like for you, Robert, to be a part of something like that? And it's got to be so humbling, I think.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, actually, because up until COVID, every year there would be more conventions, more One Tree Hill conventions than the previous year.
Yeah.
So it was somehow like the fan base was gaining momentum, even though we were off the air. And just to see that, their passion for the show and their love of the show, humbling is a great word for it. That I got to be a part of something that means something to so many people is really special.
Yeah. Well, it was fun to watch you on that, and you're so good so far. What I've seen on Chesapeake Shores. So congratulations on getting on board on this, and thank you so much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it, and just have a great weekend.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you for having me.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.